Well, good evening and welcome to Matchday Live. We're in Matlock tonight as Derby County's Under-21s continue their hunt for a Premier League 2 playoff place. The young Rams host title-chasing West Ham United this evening. It's Owen Bradley with you on RamsTV for this one. Let's kick off with the team views. Well, Derby have Kai Robinson available tonight, who's on loan at Kidderminster in National League North at the moment. Owen Eames also comes into the starting 11 as Alex Stepien Iwemene and Damien Agustin both dropped to the bench. They were involved from the off in the defeat to Leicester on Monday night. Might be a bit of a reshuffle for the Rams from that one, with a potential back three of Turley, Kai Robinson and Gill. Perry and Eames will support Wielden up front. West Ham start the night third in the table, 7 points behind leaders Manchester City, but with a game in hand. 3 changes from their last outing, a 3-0 win at Reading on Monday. 16-year-old Lanre Owus makes his first start at this level. In goal, Lewis Brown comes into defence with Preston Fearon into the midfield. Left wing back Sean Moore scored against the Rams last season. He made his Republic of Ireland Under-21 debut back in November. We'll take a look at the table before kick-off. Derby looking to bring a 4-match winless run in Premier League 2 to an end tonight. Goalkeeper Harry Evans has been a standout for the Rams since the turn of the year. He captains Derby once again this evening.
Yeah, I think we had a really good month in January. Picked up some good results. I think went unbeaten in the league and got a good result in the Cup away at Bournemouth. The last few, not the result we wanted, the outcome, but I think the performance has been there. And yeah, I think long may it continue.
You had a very good month in January, nominated for Player of the Month in Premier League 2. Was that a nice surprise?
Yeah, it was. I didn't know, to be fair. I came in on the Monday and I seen Bucko pull me in the corridor saying he'd seen the news. I thought, oh no, am I in trouble or something? But no, it was nice, nice surprise.
Is there a nice reaction from the teammates as well, or is there a little bit of ribbing going on?
A bit of both, yeah, a bit of both. But that's what you want.
And a nice way for the season to sort of head for you, because it started with an injury which must have been pretty tricky to come back from.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate injury I got in pre-season, I think the second week. And it was quite a long injury. I've never really had a long injury before. I've had little niggles, but it was a good time out, 3 or 4 months. And then got 1 game in, I think, before Christmas. It was just finding my feet again. But yeah, it felt good to come back and get a good run of games, get felt back to me best. So
yeah, you played a lot of football since, played in the National League Cup for Derby as well this season. What have you made of that competition in particular? Yeah,
it's been really good insight to the National League level. Obviously, I went on loan last year to Barwell, which is 2 steps below the National League. So it was good to get in there and see what the difference in levels is. In that competition.
I'm facing West Ham on Friday, 3rd in the table. Is it going to be a busy night for you?
Hopefully not, but I assume so. Yeah, like you say, they've been on a good run, got a good few results, but hopefully we can play our game and take them at Matlock.
You've 4 games left in the season, including Friday night. Only 4 places out of the playoff positions at the moment. Is that the aim for you guys, to try and finish in that top 16?
Yeah, definitely. I think the past few years we've not been finishing where we wanted, finishing bottom the previous 2. So we definitely want to finish as high as possible, and you get a good opportunity from that as well to carry on the season and play some of the better teams. So yeah, absolutely.
That's Derby goalkeeper Harry Evans ahead of tonight's game at Matlock. It's the Rams against West Ham United. Kickoff just over 10 minutes away now. And West Ham once again in contention for the Premier League 2 title. This is the 2nd season of the Premier League 2 format. All 26 Category 1 academies compete in a single tier. That's a change from the 2 divisions we had a couple of years ago. Each side plays 20 regular season fixtures. The top 16 go through to the playoffs. That's the crucial bit as far as Derby concerned. But at the top, it's Manchester City leading the way, Fulham 2nd, West Ham 3rd. They do have that game in hand on the rest rest of the top 5. They finished second last season as well, the Hammers. Derby 20th, certainly closer to the playoff spots than they are to the foot of the table, where you'll find Stoke. The Rams still have to play them between now and the end of the campaign. Derby 3 points out of a playoff spot at the start of the night. No chance really of them breaking in this evening due to their inferior goal difference, but with 4 games to go, they are still in the hunt for a post-season place. So let's hear from the man in charge tonight for the young Rams, with just a couple of months remaining of Derby's Premier League 2 regular season campaign. We've been getting an assessment of things from coach Jake Buxton.
It's been a good campaign for our group. Difficult as the games have been tough against some top opposition, but we've competed in every game, bar the Sunderland game away. So yeah, we should be happy with the group of players that we're working with every day and what they're producing in performances. The competition has been a little bit up and down, but we're very happy with the group and how we've performed.
It's the second season of this new format for Premier League 2. 26 teams, 20 regular season games, top 16 going to the playoffs. Is it a format that you think has worked for Derby, for your team?
Well, it's given us the opportunity to try and compete for this top 16, which is narrowed down to the end of the season to be a knockout stage competition, which has been good. So that's a positive with the new format. All clubs take 21s competition and teams differently. Some loan out players, a lot of players out to Football League clubs or to non-league clubs. We did quite a lot of the same in the first part of the season. So you never know what sort of team you're going to come up against. You could come up against a really, really strong 21s team, or a team who's got a lot of their top talent players out on loan. So that's the difficulty with the 21s league. There's been a little bit more consistency to the National League Cup when we're coming up against senior players, which has been a good gauge on our players and what areas of development they need to keep improving and pushing and getting closer to the first team.
You're only a couple of points out of the playoffs as things stand. Has that been the target for you all season, and how much of an achievement would it be if you can finish top 16? Yeah,
so we've really enjoyed being in the National League Cup. So getting into the top 16 of the PL2 gives you the best opportunity of being in that competition next season. And ideally that puts you into a group stage where you're within a distance of clubs who are close to you. Like the Tamworth, Solihull Moors, Halifax, where we obviously replaced Reading in that competition this year and played Woking, Maidenhead, Aldershot, a lot of teams who are down around London-based areas. So ideally, if we can get ourselves into the top 16, it'll give us the best opportunity of playing against these non-league clubs local to us, which will give us a good opportunity to build relationships with those for our boys, for when they're needing loans next season. We can get our boys out to local non-league clubs, which will help as well.
Been a busy week for you. What did you make of the performance against Leicester on Monday night?
A little bit disappointed with how we started. We started with a little bit of fear and a little bit of worried about the opposition. Once we settled into the game, we got a good foothold in possession and finished the first half really strong. And then obviously conceded quite early in the second half, but finished the game strong again. So yeah, after speaking to their coach, they got high hopes for 4 or 5 of their players making it into their first team. So yet again for us to compete with Leicester, who's had resources in terms of being in the Premier League and spending money on their academy. It's massive compliments to us as an academy that we're managing to compete with these clubs.
And it is West Ham on Friday night, your opponents, third in Premier League 2. Impressive season from them.
Yeah, they were very good last season. As good as we've played last season, so it's going to be a tough evening for us. One with relish, one the lads will have a right go, and we'll be competing, making sure that we don't leave anything out there, and we give a good account of ourselves.
Welcome back. Teams will be with us any moment now at the Proctor Cars Stadium, where tonight it's Premier League 2 action on RamsTV. Derby County hosting West Ham United. The Rams trying to stay in the hunt for a Premier League 2 playoff place with just 4 games remaining now in their regular season campaign. The young Rams hoping to get a bit of revenge over West Ham for their defeat last season in this competition. They went down to London last April, lost 3-2. A couple of the goal scorers for West Ham from that night involved this evening as well. Kamari Swire and Sean Moore, both in the West Ham side. A couple of familiar faces in the Derby team as well. Darren Robinson actually sent off midway through the second half in that game. 2 changes from the Derby side that lost at Leicester in a pretty close-fought game on Monday night. Kai Robinson and Owen Eames into the starting lineup. Stepien Iwemene and Damien Agustin both on the bench for the Rams, having started against the Foxes just a few days ago. As for the visitors tonight, it's a big night for their goalkeeper Lanray Orsu, the 16-year-old keeper making his debut at this level. Ezra Mayers captains their side tonight. 3 changes for them from the team that beat Reading 3-0 on Monday. I'm expecting a little bit of a reshuffle from Derby tonight, given the changes to their lineup, but we will run you through that just as soon as we see exactly how the Rams set up and we get underway. Derby on a 4-match winless run in Premier League 2 at the moment. And a good run around the turn of the year that has got them up the table and in contention for a playoff place, but there's still a lot for them to do in these final 4 matches of the season. One thing that perhaps is in their favour tonight, 13 of Derby's 17 points in Premier League 2 so far have come in home fixtures. Derby calling Matlock's Proctor Cars Stadium home for the most part this season, and there's another good turnout up in Matlock tonight by looks of things. Saw the young Rams pull off a brilliant victory a few months ago here. There's some real quality on display in this division. And West Ham, third in the table, having finished second last season, are up there with one of the best sides going. Decent number of their team actually who've already graduated into senior loan spells. Freddie Potts for one on loan in the Championship at the moment. Oliver Scarles recently made his Premier League senior debut and first start for the Hammers. He's been impressive as well. West Ham without him this evening, actually not able to name a full bench either, the visitors. They will be hoping and maybe expecting that the starting 11 can get most of the job done. Harry Evans captaining Derby once again tonight. The goalkeeper, 20 now, joined Derby 14 years ago at just 6 years old. There's a clutch of young Derby goalkeepers which are actually very well thought of. Jack Thompson, one of them, has played plenty of football at this level last season, not involved tonight, his season over due to injury. Should be back and ready to go at the start of next season. Derby hoping that their season will be extended in the coming weeks. 4 games remain in their Premier League 2 campaign. 4 games to try and get themselves up into the top 16 and a chance to compete in the Premier League 2 playoffs. We're ready to get underway. Derby in the traditional black and white. Lennon Wheeldon, the number 9, will get us going. The Rams kicking from left to right in this first half. Kai Robinson sends it long, and we're underway at the Proctor Cars Stadium on RamsTV tonight. Here's Tristan Gill, fixture of the 18s in their FA Youth Cup campaign this season. That's intercepted by Josh Briggs. First touch for him, and out into the road on the far side. decent number of this West Ham side. Were FA Youth Cup winners a couple of years ago. They did the FA Youth Cup and Premier League South double back in 2023. Didn't have quite the success this season. They were knocked out at the third round stage by Grimsby back in December. Bit of a shock there. Derby enjoying a better run before they were eliminated at the fifth round stage by Southampton. A couple of players from that team involved for Derby tonight as well. Not least Cruz Allen and Owen Eames in the middle of the park. But here come West Ham. Sean Moore, who scored against the Rams last season. Moore with the early cross. It's taking a touch off Swire. Will stay in play on that far side. Briggs. Akpata. Golan Beckis with the ball forward. Nodded away by Allen. Wheeldon trying to hold it up, and Derby will have it. Harry Evans with the ball at his feet for the first time in the Derby goal. Brown's header. Forward by Jack Perry for the Rams. Back with Evans again, who's had a couple of orange spells over the last year or two. Trying to get him used to men's football. That's come off Daniel Rigg. Derby throw right down in front of the dugout. You can just see the heads of Jake Buxton and Keith Briggs, the coaching staff for the Derby youngsters there. Kai Robinson tries to switch it out to the far side. First touch for Lanre Orsu. Just 16 years old, making his Premier League 2 debut tonight for West Ham. Finlay Herrick is the goalkeeper who's played the majority of their matches at this level so far this season. This is Owen Eames for the Rams. Tristan Gill. Certainly looks as though it is a back three for Derby tonight. Freddie Turley. No one has been more involved for the 21s this season than the Irishman. It's a lovely ball. Out to Maloney on the far side. Eames ahead of him. Faced by Golan Beckis. Eames not able to find Allen. Robinson picks up the pieces. Tristan Gill for Derby. Plenty of bodies forward here for the Rams. One of them was Eames, the header off target. First side of goal really for either side. I suspect Eames would have fancied himself to do a little better there. Eames on the ball. Maloney's made the run ahead of him. Eames still going. Good work this from Owen Eames. Shifted back to Kai Robinson on halfway. Derby seeing plenty of the ball inside these opening 5 minutes. Golan Beckis with the header away. Darren Robinson got a piece of that. First to react to the loose ball as well. Kai Robinson looking for the run of Maloney. He's found Riley Maloney. Tries to sell the dummy. It's bounced for Briggs to clear, but not for very long. Nice pressure from Derby this. Good awareness from Darren Robinson. Allen finds Owen Eames. The referee Had a long look. He has given Derby the free kick. Cruz Allen down in a heap. And will need a little attention. Nice control by Allen. Lewis Brown had a couple of nibbles at the Derby midfielder. Turned 18 this week, Cruz Allen. Was the star of Derby's FA Youth Cup campaign. 4 goals in 3 matches before the Rams were knocked out by Southampton. Scored inside the opening 10 seconds at St Mary's in that 5th round tie. And does tend to be in the wars, as he has been here inside the opening 6 minutes. Allen's been down for a while here. Has been heavily involved for Derby at this level this season. Started 11 of Derby's 16 matches, involved with a couple more as a substitute on top of that. Derby temporarily a man down as Riley Maloney rather, prepares to send this free kick toward the West Ham penalty area. Derby looking for an early breakthrough. Not a bad ball in. And the header from Tristan Gill off target. It's another decent chance for the Rams in the early stages. Looping ball in. West Ham didn't do enough with the first contact, and there was Gill with the header. Might have just been enough pressure from Eredris Golan-Beckis to put him off. But some encouraging early signs for the Rams. And get the ball back pretty quickly, courtesy of Owen Eames. Rigg dispossessed, strong tackle by Freddie Turley, quickly back into position. Down the channel for Isaac Gordon. Gordon with the early cross. Goalkeeper thought about coming. Not a convincing header there. Decent touchdown by Perry. Goal kick is the decision in the end. Derby have used the width well in these opening 9 minutes. They've certainly looked the side more likely. Orsu clears. Doesn't get a great deal of length on that. Robinson intercepts. So we'll bounce clear for Allen, who's back on the field. Maloney. Clip forward by Gill. Eames. Allen. Blocked by the defender. Bounces free only as far as Riley Maloney as Derby look to try and keep the pressure on. Gill with another ball in. Shot is deflected behind. It was Isaac Gordon who'd drifted across from the right wing to get there, and Derby have the first corner of the contest. Derby winning the second balls, winning the first header through Cruz Allen. It's not the most imposing front line in terms of stature, it has to be said. They've done a decent job of putting the West Ham defence under pressure in the opening 10 minutes. Cruz, Allen, Owen Eames both lurking on the edge of the area here. Not a great corner. Cleared convincingly at the front post. West Ham have barely had a kick so far. Turley. Evans with the clearance, wheeled and battling for it. Goal on Beckis with the header. Darren Robinson onto the loose ball. Derby always content to go back to their three central defenders. Here's Turley. Lofted ahead for Allen. Lovely touchdown. Eames behind the defence. And Golan Beckis getting back to cover at the expense of another Derby corner. Bright ball forward. Lovely touch from Allen. It's actually wheeled, and who for a moment looked as though he got beyond the West Ham back line. Derby's second corner. Cruz, Allen to take this one. Derby yet to test Lanre Orsu in the visiting goal. Lifted deep from Allen, headed back across goal, in fact over the top from Kai Robinson, who'd snuck around the back. Left a West Ham player on the deck in his wake. Derby looking to press. West Ham do have it here. Swire trying to release Briggs, who's pushed forward. Briggs with a cross. Might be the first chance. Rigg with the shot that just rolled away from goal. Well, West Ham looking dangerous on the break. Bodies forward quickly. Good work by Briggs. And Rigg didn't really get enough purchase on the shot. Derby's turn to press. Good football from West Ham. Moore with the touch in field, and he's gone for the return, Moore. And he's past Turley. This is a great run from Sean Moore. Didn't have the cross to match though. No foul there on Allen. Goal on Beckis now for the visitors. Patter wants to get on the ball. Mayers, West Ham's captain. First extended spell of possession that West Ham have had in this half. Great football. Ajala's after it. Angles against him. Cuts inside nicely! And only the crossbar denies Josh Ajala. West Ham have sprung to life and threatened twice in a matter of moments. Great ball from Rigg. And then it was all about the centre forward stepping inside onto his right foot. That's about as close as it gets. All their possession in the opening exchanges. Derby haven't produced anything like that moment. It's taken off Maloney's toe. And Beckis under pressure. Not a convincing clearance at all from Orsu. Golan Beckis up against Owen Eames. Eames comes out on top. It's Maloney. Good control in the first instance by Gordon, and then here's the speed from Sean Moore, and that will be an early yellow card. For Jack Perry. Moore looked like he was off to the races. Perry's first offence, but worthy of a yellow card. It was the touch from Gordon that just allowed Moore to get away, and he was indeed leaving both Gordon and Perry in the dust, hence the challenge from the Derby man. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife for the Rams down that right hand side, Jack Perry, playing as a sort of right winger tonight. See him at right midfield, right back on occasion. Derby throw which Gordon will take. Having a really good season after coming back from 16 months out with injury, Isaac Gordon. Oh, mix up here. Might be a chance for West Ham. Shot takes the deflection, and in the end, Swire doesn't really trouble Harry Evans. Seemed to be a miscommunication there between Kai Robinson and Tristan Gill. That's brave from Freddie Turley. Very relieved to hear the referee's whistle there, I'm sure. Clever flick to get past Rigg. Robinson sticks out a leg, helped forward by Turley. Colin Becker sends it back clear. Gordon is aware of the run of Moore this time. Mac patters onto this. Rides the challenge from Eames. Support from Briggs. Patter again. Foul by Owen Eames. Just trying to pick the pocket. West Ham take it short and get on with things quickly. Nice touch from Moore. This is Daniel Rigg. That was intended for Josh Briggs down that right-hand side, not going to reach him. And Harry Evans has to play ball boy again. West Ham, curiously, yet to draw a game in Premier League 2 this season. Kicked off the campaign with 5 straight wins, then lost their next 4 before embarking on their current 6-game winning streak. The visitors also have the best defence in Premier League 2, just 14 goals conceded in their 15 matches so far. It will be an achievement just for Derby to breach the back line tonight. Jack Perry. Wheeldon. Nice ball out to Maloney. Helped on first time to Eames. Wheeldon's heading for the penalty area. Eames' touch was a little heavy. He's done well to get it back. Owen Eames! And caught the shot a little too well. Such a busy little player, Owen Eames, having a terrific season at under 18 level. Lost the ball, got it back. Only one thought in his mind. As we approach the midway point of this first half of Matlock, still Derby 0, West Ham 0 on RamsTV. Derby have had more of the ball. West Ham, though, have rattled the Derby crossbar. Mayers with the first header, Patter with the second. This is Jack Perry for Derby. Giving Isaac Gordon a lot to do. Darren Robinson comes away with the ball. This is Tristan Gill. Played every minute of the Rams FA Youth Cup campaign this season. Now it's Freddie Turley. No pressure at all on this Derby back three. Robinson. Got away with that, Robinson. Although Akpata has come away with the ball. Schweier. Briggs in support. It's Briggs with the cross. West Ham have their first corner. Plenty of movement in the penalty area. Good punch by Evans and a decent clearance to get it away. Sent forward by Mayers. More convincing clearance from Gill. Mayers has got a decision to make here. In the end, Orsu, the goalkeeper, made it for him. And here's Wheeldon. Looking for Perry. It's a foul by Jack Perry. But just need to be careful. The Derby forward has already been booked, of course. Good hold-up play from Wheeldon there. Nice idea to try and find Perry. Moore was too quick for him. Evans with the ball forward. That's going to come straight back toward the Derby goalkeeper. Darren Robinson. Overcooked from Kai Robinson. West Ham throw out on the far side. Both teams also involved in the National League Cup this season. Derby's final fixture, a 2-0 defeat at Woking last month. West Ham involved in the EFL Trophy as well. Lost all 3 games in that contest. Turley picks out Gordon. Might need a bit of support. Has it from Perry. Robinson looking for Maloney. Better clearance from Alsu that time. And then a foul on Kamari Swire. He spent part of last season on loan at Crawley in League 2. He was linked with the move to Gillingham in the summer as well. Schweier's on a decent run at the moment. Goals in his past 2 games and 3 in his past 5 appearances for West Ham at this level. Kai Robinson goes across to win that header. Brown with the ball forward. Met by Turley. Smashed clear by Maloney for Derby. Trying to give something for Wielden to chase after. And this is Lennon Wielden. Flicked into the path of Cruz Allen. Still Allen. Lovely work. And Derby's best attempts of the game so far. Draws the first save from Alsu. West Ham complaining there might have been a foul in the build up to that. Nice flick from Wielden, but then it's all about Cruz Allen. Chops inside and then out, and then on that left foot pulls the save out of Alsu. Derby have their 3rd corner. Gill attacking it. That will drop clear for West Ham to get it away and maybe try and break on Derby. Schweier. White shirts flooding back. Golan Beckis has it. Now over to Ezra Mayers, the captain. Flick round the corner by Rigg, helped clear by Robinson. Now to Wielden to try and hold things up again. Not successfully this time, but Derby have it back. And we'll start again with Tristan Gill. Oh, great run here. Block required from Kai Robinson. This is starting to develop into a bit of a contest. Great run by Swire. Getting past a couple of Derby players. In goes the corner, right on top of the goalkeeper. And Evans has managed to find that. And amongst the crowd of bodies, there's a bit of pushing and shoving in there, and a few words from Lewis Brown on his way back toward halfway. Really teasing corner this. It came off Brown first. Evans able to find it. Gordon's got to be careful here, or maybe not. Offside flag was up, and Sean Moore is still taking a kick from the Derby wing-back. That Padder trying to get West Ham going. Who says Premier League 2 is not physical? Justin Gill. Darren Robinson with time to turn and look forward. Aims for Isaac Gordon, finds him, nice touch inside. West Ham have it back, but not for long. Jack Perry for the Rams. Darren Robinson finding Gordon, great ball. Support from Perry. What could Derby need from here? Not much. Goal kick is the decision, and I think it's the right one in truth. Great ball from Robinson to pick out Gordon. Just couldn't get the ball out of his feet with the first touch. And then Perry, a little unfortunate. That came straight back off at Mayers and out for the goal kick. Derby will get their corner after all. Not the most convincing from West Ham there. Derby's fourth corner of this first half, just a shade over 10 minutes to half time. It's Kai Robinson getting up, and he's given his teammate a whack in the process, I think. The deep one to the back post. Might be Freddie Turley, who came over the top of everyone and has managed to bang heads with somebody in there. Chance for both lead coaches to have a word or two with their players. West Ham, by the way, coached by Mark Robson. Boyhood West Ham fan, played for the club. Been part of the coaching staff for a good few years now. There's a bit of a delay here. I think it is Turley who is down and being checked over. The physio is absolutely right not to take any chances with a potential head injury, of course. It is the best chance for West Ham so far. Josh Ajala hitting the crossbar. It's a really bright run. And as for Derby, all started with that little push from Lennon Wielden to get things going, and then Cruz Allen taking over, sticking the palms of goalkeeper Orsu. Nice to see Turley back on his feet. I remember him getting injured at Alfreton in a 21s fixture early in the season. It really didn't look good for him. I think there was a hospital visit involved, but in the end, only a minor injury. He was back playing a week or two later. And we'll see whether he's okay to continue at the moment. Wielded, nice work. Somehow manages to earn Derby a throw-in out on the far side. Maloney's throw. Turley back on the field and involved immediately, finding Allen. Nice touch to bring it down. Allen tackled in the end as Preston Fearon races away. Ajala. Good work from the West Ham front man. Mayers. Turley, watch that well. Perry. Sharp turn. Did well to find Wielden, who has drawn the foul from Lewis Brown. Jake Buxton appreciated the efforts of Jack Perry there. Lennon just got to the ball first. Brown came from behind. Riley Maloney to deliver this Derby free kick. Now would be a good time to score. In by Maloney. Missed by everyone. Almost reached by Kai Robinson, who's conceded a free kick in the process of trying to get there ahead of Flanray Orsu. Over the top from Fearon. This is Schweier. Schweier's cross will drop for Moore. Teed up for Akpata. What a finish! Tyrone Akpata with a doozy of a goal. And West Ham strike just 4 minutes before half time. Oh, what a hit this is from Tyrone Akpata. Good work from Moore. Just tees it up for him nicely. And that was hit and stayed hit. And there wasn't much more that Harry Evans could do. Haven't seen much of the ball, West Ham. But having already hit the crossbar now, Tyrone Akpata has given them the lead. And this is where that imposing defensive record that the visitors have to their name starts to look that a little more daunting for Derby. Wheeldon. Cleared by Rigg. Still a couple of minutes for Derby to try and respond before the half-time whistle goes. Eames chasing after this. Also got there in plenty of time. Cleared by Fearon. Derby giving it away here. Schweier. Safely into the arms of Evans. John able to get across the front post. Wheeldon being dragged down by Mayers, and I'd be amazed if that's not a yellow card. As Ramirez, the West Ham captain, becomes the first player in the book for the visitors. And there's contact from both players there, but Mayers is the one who continues it. Simple decision for the officials. Well, can Derby hit back right before the break? Maloney on duty again. Not a bad ball in, so West Ham header clear. Not too far clear. Sent back in by Robinson. Jake Buxton plays ball boy. Wants Derby to get on with it. There will be a couple of minutes added on at the end of this first half. Had a bit of a delay for treatment to Cruz Allen and to Freddie Turley. Four minutes extra is what we'll have. Brown clears away. Turley. It's a gorgeous ball. Wheeldon. His footing let him down. Derby still attacking. Perry slips. And West Ham will come out of it with the throw. It's a shame this, because that was a great ball forward from Freddie Turley. Maloney. Taken off him by Schweier. Eames hassling and harrying. Allen has the ball. Maloney's cross. Derby earn a late corner in the closing moments of this first half. All comes from the harrying of Eames and Maloney, and Cruz is the beneficiary. Allen not able to play Maloney any further, but Derby get a corner out of it. Just a minute of the 4 added remaining. Derby go short this time. Derby have rather wasted the opportunity. Mayer sends it skyward. Perry. Derby throw. Into the final minute of the half. Allen. Briggs has it. Turley put Rigg under pressure. Up it goes toward Wheeldon. Nice work from the Derby forward. He was lost possession and was involved in a bit of pushing and shoving off the ball as well. This should just about do us for the first half up at Matlock tonight. And there is the half-time whistle. Derby starting the night 3 points off a Premier League 2 playoff place with just 4 games remaining. They really do need something from tonight if they're to reach the top 16 and make it into the postseason. But at the break, they trail West Ham by 1-0. Tyrone Akpata with a terrific drive from distance 4 minutes before half-time is the difference between the sides, and it means that Derby have work to do in the second half. That's coming up shortly on RamsTV. Stay with us.
His sister and brother-in-law, they did it for quite a few years. They had cash in for about 3 years, something that we were always interested in. And then obviously spare bedroom, thought why not give it a go.
So we got in touch with Tony and we just went from there, and he'd come down to see us. He says, you know, can I come down to see the room? And yeah, he come down to see us, had a chat.
Explained everything really well.
Yeah, really well.
Yeah, went through all the procedure, everything. Because obviously you need your DBS checks and all that kind of thing for people that are obviously living in the house. So that included my daughter, Lucy. That took a few weeks, probably a bit longer than we thought, but once it was all sorted, it was all systems go. It was great.
So my dad mentioned to me, like, oh, obviously you have a scholarship now, so do you want to go into digs and stuff? And I wanted to, because obviously I live far away, so I'd get picked up early in the mornings and then travelling back, it would be like quite long. And also I wanted to see how I would be away from home. And I think moving into digs was probably one of the best decisions I've made, because it's helped me like push on and get so much better, not on the pitch, but as a person as well.
It's been a really good experience because we've got to know Cruz's mum and dad really well. Obviously going to all the games and stuff and go and watch them as much as we can. And it just worked out perfectly for us.
When we first met Cruz, when he first come up here with his family, he was quite shy. But once we got to know him after a few months, he just comes in, kicks his shoes off, gets on the settee, Sky Sports.
I think like anyone would come into a new home with like different people you've never met before, and it's like a bit strange or not normal. But then eventually just like you get along with it, and then I start staying downstairs for a while, you talk to them, and then it's literally just a piece of cake from there. I'm proper close to them, like I have them on all socials, like we always message and banter around, but at the end of the day, like they've done me a massive favour by taking me in, so I have to pay on the respect as well. So let's say we have a game on a Friday, I would go back home on the Saturday, unless we're doing golf, then I'd stay in the weekend. But I'd go home the Saturday and the Sunday morning, and I'll come back Sunday evening and have food, catch up, and then stay the week till the Friday or Saturday.
In the summer, we'll go up to top patio and play darts, or we'll go out and play golf and stuff like that after. So it's not all about football, it's just about getting to know him as well. But yeah.
It just literally is a part of the family now.
Yeah, we see him as part of the family now, and hopefully he sees us as part of his family. You want to be somewhere where you're comfortable, and all you can do is concentrate on this football. So, you know, hopefully we make it like that for him, a nice household. And,
yeah, home from home for him.
If I still lived at home, I'd probably be more distracted, I'd be rushing. I think it's more chilled and it's better for me to be here. I'll be in touch with them my whole life, I think, and so will my parents as well.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it. I mean, if you don't try, you'll never know, but you know, if the kids, and you just want them, they can feel at home and so they can concentrate on the football. And if you get someone like Cruz, or we know a couple of the other scholars as well, and they seem decent lads and they've all settled in, so hopefully if you're going to thinking about doing it,
just giving something back into it.
Yeah.
Just helping, you know, at the end of the day, you're desperate sometimes for host families, and if people could see how good it is and enjoyable it is.
Because it's not just about football, you make new friends as well, you see.
Yeah.
And hopefully make long last. And
you've got more involved with the football now.
Oh yeah, I go try and see him every home game, if it's at Matchlock or at Moor Farm. To see Cruz progressing like he has done.
He has come on leaps and bounds, really has come on leaps and bounds.
Not just in his football, but in himself as a person as well.
More confident now, isn't he?
So yeah, hopefully, you know, we can feel proud of ourselves as well for helping along the way.
John, let's start with an injury update. You had David Ozo stretchered off at the weekend. How's he doing?
Yeah, unfortunately, David's going to be missing for the rest of the season now. So it's a big injury and a big loss to the group for sure.
Are you going to try and keep him around the building a little bit just to keep him around the boys? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, he's a fantastic character. For my short time being with him for the last couple of weeks, you know, he's a gentleman, a nice lad, and he gets on really well with the group.
And what about Matt Clark, who went off, I think, with a problem as well?
Yeah, Clarkey will be touch and go for the weekend. We'll have to assess that. It's not as bad as what we first thought, so, you know, that's quite fortunate.
Any major updates on anybody else?
No, apart from that, I think Callum has trained last couple of days. Obviously, he missed last week with an illness, so we'll have to assess him tomorrow to see if he's available for selection. But no, apart from that, everyone's fit and ready.
Millwall game at the weekend was only your second match in charge. What was your assessment of that game now, and what are the things from that performance that give you encouragement going forward?
I think just the effort and the desire that the group showed. You know, I thought it was there for everyone to see. We certainly didn't deserve to lose the game. Very evident we need to be better in the final third, a bit more quality, which we've asked from the boys, which we've had this week in training. So just to get that belief in the group is key. I think you can see there was moments throughout that game when we had opportunities, and I think the whole place, the fans, the players are ready to erupt if we get that goal, and you know, that feel-good factor back to the group. So look, very, very close. A lot of hard work ahead, but you know, I've been really happy with the effort of everyone up to now.
You've still not had that many training sessions with the players out on the grass. Can you tell us what sort of things you're working on and what the principles are that you're trying to instill into them?
Just trying to give the belief back into the group. You know, their attitude, the way they've gone about their business for the last few weeks has been excellent. So, you know, I've been really pleased with that, and just keeping things very basic, very simple for them. And I think there was a few things that came out at the weekend, which was pleasing, and hopefully there'll be a few more things coming out on Saturday.
It has only been 2 weeks, 2 matches for you so far. Has anything changed at all in terms of what you're focusing on or what the plan was when you came in?
No, listen, we just take every game as it comes. You know, it's very important that we just focus on the next challenge. You know, and this week we've set up to how we want to do things on Saturday, and we've worked very hard on it. So yeah, we just take each game as it comes. There's a lot of football still to be played, 12 big games, but the most important thing is the next one.
You've had a full week of training. Your opponents on Saturday were in action on Tuesday night. Did you go to Stoke on Tuesday to see Middlesbrough in action?
I did, yeah, and obviously they're a very good team. They've got a fantastic squad. They've invested very heavily again in January, so we know it's going to be a difficult challenge, but one we're really looking forward to.
They've not been on a very good run by their standards going into Tuesday. Are you, in some respects, happy to see them end that run before you face them at the weekend?
Yeah, possibly, but you know, the Championship, all teams go through good spells and bad spells. You know, they've been through a difficult period, but you know, they've come through with a good win on Tuesday, and you know, that's not going to affect the way we approach the game. We just worry about ourselves, and you know, we'll see where it takes us.
You've won at the Riverside twice yourself this season already. Any lessons from those games?
Yeah, but it's different squads, different players, so you know, I'm not taking anything from them games. You know, the most important thing is that we go there on Saturday full of confidence and put a good account for ourselves and see where it takes us.
Welcome back. Second half about to get underway at the Proctor Carr Stadium. West Ham leading Derby County's under-21s by 1-0 at the break. Darren Robinson, the last of the Derby players to join us out on the field as West Ham prepare to get us underway. Leading courtesy of that Tyrone Patter goal. 4 minutes before the break. Terrific goal it was as well. First time finish from the edge of the Derby penalty area. West Ham third in the table, and as things stand would be trailing leaders Manchester City by just 4 points. Finished second last season as well, West Ham. Great pedigree at this level, and it is the visitors who get us underway. Second half. We'll run you through the Derby side in a moment or two. That Padder's ball forward. Moore will get to this. Moore's cross blocked by Freddie Turley. We received a bit of treatment toward the end of the first half. It appeared to be a clash of heads, and it's a Derby goal kick. West Ham threatening in the opening seconds of the second period. Reminder of the Derby team for you then. Harry Evans, the captain, is the goalkeeper. Back three are Freddie Turley, Kai Robinson and Tristan Gill. Isaac Gordon down the right, Riley Maloney down the left, with Darren Robinson and Cruz Allen in midfield. Jack Perry and Owen Eames in support of Lennon Wheeldon up front for the Rams. Sure, we'll see Mani Il-Samami at 1 point for Derby tonight. The young striker who's had a really good season. Up it goes to Wheeldon. Cleared away by Mayers, one of the two players booked in the first half. Jack Perry for Derby, the other. Evans having to retreat here. Clearing with his weaker left foot. Headed back in by Briggs. This is Schweier. Turley with a clearance. Missed by Allen. And one back by Cruz Allen. And here's Perry. Only had Wheeldon ahead of him down that right hand side. Support from Gordon instead. Allen laid off to him by Wheeldon. Now it's Eames. Maloney's in support. And Maloney's cross. Derby have a corner. Might have hoped for a little bit more from that position, the Rams. Great work from Wielden, combining with Allen. Derby have the man over. Derby with 5 corners in the first half and an early one here in the second. As the Rams look to get back on level terms. Sent in by Turley. Sent back in by Eames. Stabbed clear by Mayers for the visitors. And there might be a counter on. Harmlessly through to Harry Evans for Derby in the end. The Rams winless in their last 4 in Premier League 2. Have fared better in the Central League recently. Won 3-0 at Mansfield and beat Salford 2-1 earlier in this month. They've got plenty of games in across 4 different competitions this season of Derby. Nice turn from Darren Robinson. Gordon. No way past Daniel Rigg. Derby had more of the ball first half. Create as much as they would have liked. As Kai Robinson tries to pick out Maloney, asks too much of him. Riley Maloney for Derby. West Ham ball. West Ham were 3-2 winners when the sides met last April. Brandon Wielden on target for Derby in that one. Darren Robinson sent off in the second half. Narma Kandri pulled another goal back for the Rams. Already down to 10 men late in the game. Gordon, good clearance, finding Wielden. Losing out. Here's Sean Moore. Forward by Mayers. Nodded down by Turley. West Ham racing onto it. This is Fearon. Now Schweier. Still Schweier. Great feed. An important tackle from Kai Robinson, who came across. Well, Kamari Schweier here looked as though he was going to put West Ham 2 up. 3 Derby players around him. In the end, it took Robinson to come across and make the challenge. West Ham win just their 3rd corner. Delay here while the referee has a word with Eredis Golombakis. I think Riley Maloney as well. In comes the corner. And there goes the whistle. Derby will have a free kick. Misfire there. Isaac Gordon for Derby. Perry's made the run ahead of him. Corner ball. Seventh corner for the Rams. Simple catch at the front post for Alsu, the goalkeeper on his debut, just 16 years old. Hasn't really been tested all that much. Into a decent clearance from Evans that. This is Darren Robinson for Derby. Almost 10 gone second half. Robinson, it's a nice ball to Eames. Wheeldon's down the middle. Eames trying to find him. And Eames catching Josh Briggs. Maloney. Wheeldon giving chase. Roland Bacchus is there first. Wheeldon's taking it off him. Support from Maloney. Some decent pressure from Derby down this left-hand side. Away by Golan Bacchus. Wheeldon's won the ball back for Derby. Rides a challenge. And in the end, the referee gives Derby the free kick. It's central, maybe a little too central from Derby's point of view. Riley Maloney and Freddie Turley over it. It's Turley's ball in, something for Derby to attack. And also forced into another save. Kai Robinson it was, who got his head to that. Darren Robinson now. It's all Tristan Gill a little short. Let's take another look. Lovely ball in. And the diving header from Robinson. No one able to get on the rebound. Forward by Perry. Lovely touch by Wheeldon. Golan Bacchus got there first. Here come West Ham. And Jala is just bumped off it by Gill. Good work from the defender. I wonder which manager will blink first in terms of changes. West Ham not able to name a full bench tonight. Derby have plenty of attacking options in reserve if they want one. As that rolls through for Harry Evans, Derby's captain. Nominated for the Premier League 2 Player of the Month for January. It's been a recognition for the form that he's been in after being started the season with a pretty nasty injury. Jack Perry for Derby. Kept it in, but not able to keep possession. Akpad, the goal scorer. Trying to give Moore something to chase. Turley was really having to work hard to get there first. Almost an hour gone at the Proctor Card Stadium. And it's still West Ham that lead by a goal to nil. West Ham have won 9 of their past 10 matches in all competitions, and here they have another corner. Golombekis and Brown and Mayers all head forward for this. Evans with the first contact. Derby haven't cleared their lines yet. Schweier watches it out of the night sky and is taken out of it by Maloney. Good defending from the Derby man. Just relieves a bit of the pressure for a moment. Forward by Mayers. Gill heads clear. On by Eames, chases after it himself. Changes on the way for Derby, if that shout from Jake Buxton's anything to go by. To be just a little push from Gill there, did enough. Eames can't get the better of Golombekis. Maloney being put under a bit of pressure. Wheeldon has come away with the ball here. Crowded out by 3 West Ham players. Eames ratting away to try and win it back. Ezra May is the West Ham captain. Maloney for the Rams. Shoveled away by Robinson. Ball just bounced up on him. Here's Preston Fearon. It's a really important block by Gill. Here's Allen riding a couple of challenges and drawing the foul. Always combative, Cruz Allen. And here come the Derby changes. Manny Ilsami coming on, replacing Isaac Gordon. And Damien Augustin's going to be introduced as well. He will replace Owen Eames by looks of it. So I wonder whether we might see a bit of a change of shape for Derby here.
Substitution for the Rams with the 7th, Isaac Gordon, number 11, Owen Eames, being replaced by number 12, Manny Ilsami, number 15,
Augustin, the substitute involved immediately. Here's Maloney. Here's Ajala turning and running across midway. Finding Sean Moore. It's Moore again. Great tackle from Darren Robinson. He went to ground. We'll give it a minute to see just how Derby have adjusted after those substitutions. Augustin. Tried to find Ilsami. Forward by Mayers. This will drop for Maloney. Derby have switched to a back four now as Maloney sends it forward. Ilsami. Well, it might drop for him. And great work from West Ham. This is Josh Briggs. Fearon. Chases on for Rigg down that left-hand side. Darren Robinson got there just in time. Looks as though this is going to start to open up a little bit as the second half goes on. Fearon's ball down the middle. I think he was aiming for Ajaya, really. Derby trying to play their way out. Darren Robinson. Finding Lennon Wheeldon. Jack Perry. Derby free kick for a foul on Ilsami, and there's going to be a yellow card shown to Lewis Brown as well. Derby with that extra big body at the top of the field now. Bit more physicality to help out Lennon Wheeldon. Might just see the challenge here left of your picture. We'll certainly see Ilsami left on the deck. Then it goes from Turley. Robinson sends it back across goal. Ilsami. And the shot in the end from Tristan Gill, as he lost his footing, is off the mark. Firm header back across goal by Robinson. I'm surprised that Ilsami didn't go for the goal himself. Pass intercepted. Here's Fearon. Runners ahead of him. Good body position from Tristan Gill. Augustin. Wielden giving chase. Darren Robinson on the ball for Derby now. Perry wriggles away from one challenge. There's Sammy. There's Tyrone Akpata. His goal still the difference between the sides with just a shade over 20 minutes remaining. And then Wielden with the foul. Sure, Riley Maloney knew too much about that. More work for the defender to do here. Up against Briggs. Back comes Augustin to help. Beckis clears. Schweier was caught by Tristan Gill. Referee didn't give the free kick immediately. Forward by Golan Beckis. Brought down by Gill. Cruz Allen. Derby would like to get him on the ball a little more, I'm sure. And Sammy looks as though he's being held by Golan Beckis. Play continues. Strong header away by Kai Robinson. And that one's through to Evans and the Derby goal, who's not had much to do second half, that's for sure. Patterns ball forward. This will find Sean Moore. This might be dangerous for Derby. Moore onto the outside. Good work by Jack Perry, who got to make the tackle. Augustin. Looking for Wielden. Picked up by Il Sammy. Now it's Riley Maloney. Wielden. Augustin. Saw the way blocked by Lewis Brown. Darren Robinson for Derby. Augustin. Mayor's able to clear for West Ham. Turley finds Perry. Derby looking the more likely at the moment. They've not created too much throughout. Perry's ball forward, no one there to chase. West Ham have this imposing defensive record. The best defence in Premier League 2 this season. Here's Sean Moore for West Ham. Blocked by Perry. Start of the night, right wing, now playing right back for Derby. A little over 15 minutes remaining in Matlock. Derby able to clear. Work for Perry to do once again defending. El Sanmi. Oh, West Ham have won it back. This is Rigg. Rigg will go for goal. Didn't test Harry Evans all that much there. Relatively simple stop for the Derby goalkeeper. Desperately looking for options. Sammy heads on. Wielden struggled to get past Lewis Brown there. Augustin leading the press. It's not a great clearance from the goalkeeper. It's done its job though. Rowan Beckis. Kai Robinson wins the battle. Augustin, Ilsanmi, Maloney to the left. The Derby player goes down with the challenge. I think he'd already lost possession of the ball, and the chase might be on for Josh Ajala. Two Derby players getting back in between them. Kai Robinson and Tristan Gill win possession for the Rams. Cruz Allen for Derby. Maloney stepping off the left wing. Lost his footing for a moment. It's well anticipated by Briggs. Here's Schweier, who is quick when he gets going. He was expecting to get a free kick there. And the challenge from Tristan Gill. Nothing given. This is Cruz Allen for Derby. Looking for the run of Flenham Wielden. Didn't have quite enough angle on the ball. Both sides starting to look a little leggy. No sign of any West Ham substitutes just at the moment. So intercepted by Fearon. Not able to connect with Dan Rigg. Freddie Turley with the arm of apology. Perry loses out, no foul there. Ajala. Good block by Gill, good clearance as well. Maloney's going to have to work hard. Padda keeps it moving. West Ham starting to look a little more commanding. Brown lifted out to that far side. Derby have it back though. This is Perry. Derby have a couple of bodies forward here. West Ham on their heels. Wide to Wielden. Perry still there in support. Oh, it's Robinson. And Kai Robinson for the Rams. Looking for Maloney. Josh Briggs with the header. Derby throw as we approach the final 10 minutes. Looks like we are going to see a West Ham change in a moment. Foul by Lennon Wielden. And here's another Derby change. Justin Oguntolu's coming on. Riley Maloney's going off. Oh, it's Adisios Ayande, in fact, who's coming on for Derby. Still West Ham wait to make a change as Wielden hooks it up. Well, Sammy had a lot to do. Across comes Golan Beckis. Akpata on the ball. And Briggs. West Ham haven't looked too threatened. Schweiz, nice turn away from Gill. He'll test Robinson as well. Kai Robinson's done brilliantly there. Derby have it with Allen. Agustin. Strong challenge. There's a Derby throw. And finally, now we are going to see a West Ham change. Josh Landers waiting to come on. Official just having a bit of a problem with the board, but eventually the change will be confirmed. It is striker for striker. Josh Ajala going off. And Landers, who signed in January from Hibs, will come on. It is under-18s debut at just 14 years old, Josh Landers. Involved immediately there. Composure from Gill. Jack Perry for Derby. It will be a Derby throw. Cruz Allen for Derby. Allen still scrapping for it. Flanders have brought a little bit more energy to the West Ham front line for these final moments. Evans looks long. Chases on for Wheeldon. Brown for the visitors. Intercepted by Gill, but only for a moment. Derby have it now with Darren Robinson. Wide to Gill. He's the cross blocked. Got it back, Tristan Gill. Sayande. Perry combines with Augustin. Perry still with a lot to do. Can't find Il Sami. Augustin though wins it back. He's looked bright since coming on, and there's the drive! Beaten back by the goalkeeper. First time in a while that Orsu's been tested. Just from distance again. And is that the bit of encouragement that Derby needed going into the final 5 minutes? Just a goal down. Augustin. Allen. Allen caught late. And that'll be a yellow card for Josh Briggs as Allen quickly back to his feet. And here's the chance for Jack Perry. Took it on first time. And straight at the keeper. Forward it goes from Turley. Header first by Golan Bacchus. Augustin's got work to do. Sent forward by Perry. Goalkeeper's caught. And under a bit of attention from Lennon Wheeldon, the decision has gone the way of the goalkeeper. Be interested to see that one again. Hoofed high by Perry. Wheeldon looked to be watching the ball the whole time. You usually see goalkeepers get that sort of decision these days. Freddie Turley for Derby. Hoisted long by Evans. Drops for Fearon. Sayande back there for Derby. Perry keeps it in. Mayers holds off Ilasami. Here's Cruz Allen for Derby. Can he make something happen? Gill getting forward from left back. Augustin. Popped forward by Darren Robinson. West Ham able to clear away. Just a shade over. 2 minutes remains in normal time. Do Derby have anything left in the locker here? Sayande. Almost turning into trouble. Brown with a firm header forward. Sayande will find Tristan Gill. What's he got ahead of him? Agustin. Dylan Bacchus puts it out of play. Derby have a throw midway through the West Ham half. Taken quickly. Tristan Gill goes through the legs. Gets it back from Allen. Now it's Agustin. He will take on the shot. Relatively comfortable for also in the West Ham goal. Another nice little touch from Allen. Opened up for Damien Agustin. I think time might run out on Derby here. Just 2 minutes for Derby to try and find an equaliser. Oh, for West Ham to double their lead. Asking for a free kick there, not getting it. Wouldn't bounce for Wielden. West Ham will get a free kick there. Rowan Bacchus to clear away. A little over a minute remains. Fearon away from Robinson. Kai Robinson just has to make sure. West Ham will be more than happy with that as we're down to the final seconds. Bacchus with the throw. West Ham will try to wind down the clock as best they can. Derby come away with it. Darren Robinson can only clear to the edge of the Derby penalty area. Good work from Turley. Agustin. Ilisami. Surrounded by West Ham players. We've almost played the 2 minutes. Wielden in the centre circle. And there is the full-time whistle. It's a victory for West Ham United, who stay third in Premier League 2, but move 3 points closer to leaders Manchester City. They will feel that they are right in the title race as the final matches of the season approach. As for Derby, a disappointing night. They failed to move closer to the top 16 in the division. They're 3 points out with 3 games to go and have now played a game more than many of the sides around them. But it's not over yet for the young Rams, so have to play strugglers Stoke amongst others between now and the end of the season. But disappointment for the young Rams tonight. They've been beaten by West Ham United by 1-0. That's just about it for us. We'll leave you with the major moments and we'll be back tomorrow as the first team head to Middlesbrough for another crucial championship fixture. Do join us for that one if you can, but for now, from me and the rest of the RamsTV team, goodbye.